Alright, hey, so this is going to be the first of two kind of short videos where I talk about my opinions on the second season of My Hero Academia, Boku no Hero Academia. Because I'm trying to catch up. Season 3 is currently going on, and I haven't watched the show since the first season aired. So it's been quite a while for me. But I decided that, since it's kind of the hot anime right now, it's what everybody's following, what everybody's watching, everybody likes it, and rightfully so. It's really good, along with the manga. So I just decided I would actually finally try to catch up, and that's what I've been doing. I'm a little over halfway through season 2, but I didn't really get to have the idea to do this until now. This isn't a scripted video, but I do have some random notes and stuff just to remind me of what I really wanted to touch on. So the first kind of part of this is going to be episodes 1 through 12, because it's the first half, it's the first arc of the season, and then episodes 13 through 25 is going to be a different video once I actually finish all those episodes, which shouldn't be very long now. It should be probably before the end of the week, but I'll see. So, episodes 1 through 12. First of all, I want to say that I really like this season so far. This is just kind of quick thoughts before I go into any more details, any spoilery kind of stuff. So if you just want a recommendation, you have it from me. I really, really like this season so far. I think it's twice as good as the first season ever was. And the first season on its own was already really fucking good. So that's saying something. So if you want that, then yes, definitely it is worth your time. If you're like me and haven't caught up until now, it's very good, and I think a lot of people could like it. Okay, so first episode sort of just reintroduced the world. And they introduced a sports festival, which I thought was interesting, a tournament arc. I heard that this season had a tournament arc. I was excited for that because growing up when I was watching Dragon Ball Z, those were always some of my favorite moments of the show were when they were in the tournaments. I loved making fake little brackets of characters who I wanted to see fight and everything. And so that's kind of just a little tangent, but I fucking love tournament arcs, so I loved that they were doing that. And hero agencies sort of scout who they think are the best, because this festival is such a big event now. The Olympics aren't anymore. This took the place of them because quirks became kind of the new hotness. So I just want to say that my favorite thing about this first half of the season, because it really is a very divided season, there's a clear ending to this arc and beginning to the next arc, when the tournament ends and this new story begins. The character development was just on point for multiple characters. You got to see more of almost every single person that you saw in the first season, side characters and main characters, but you got to see some of them in a new light. I wanted to highlight especially Ochako. She got a lot of really interesting things added to her character. You learn why she wants to be a hero, which is the fact that she wants to help her family out financially, and she is really interested in just making sure that they have a secure future, which is obviously an admirable goal. And then Todoroki, he's becoming my favorite character. He's really cool. He is a cool guy. He has such a interesting story. He was a quirk marriage baby where, he was bred to be perfect, which is kind of just a sick thing to think about. But if quirks were real, that would happen. People would try to be breeding the perfect child, and that's what his dad did. So his whole story with trying to kind of get over that and become his own person, I thought that was some of the strongest stuff in this first half of the season. And that kind of went right along with Izuku becoming more used to his quirk, which is I'm happy to see, because I was really hoping that it would take forever for him to start really trying to utilize it better, but he's clearly getting better at it. And you can see here on the screen, I just have holy fuck Izuku's arm, because when he fought Todoroki, that was crazy. That was insane. I thought that the entire tournament was just really interesting because I never knew who was going to move forward. You know, usually in a shonen, you just say, oh, whatever, the main character is just going to beat everybody and it's going to be the end of the day, whatever. You know that's going to happen. But I had no clue who's going to advance. None at all. I expected Todoroki to be a finalist just because I felt the fact that they were trying to build up his character into something more. And I was glad about that. I thought he was really interesting, and I was glad that they were taking it in that direction. I didn't know it was going to be Bakugo. I was half expecting it to be Izuku and Todoroki, but their fight happened really early, and that was surprising. So the whole tournament kind of kept you on the edge of your seat. It was done very well, and I sort of actually missed the school a little bit, and I still am. I liked the school setting, so it's a little weird to see them get out of it, but it's also refreshing that they're not just staying in the same place. The plot that was building up in the background during this tournament was insane. Well, I guess I shouldn't say insane, because it was really subtle. It was the opposite of insane. You got these little hints of like things that might be going on, and it was really just sort of eerie in a way to think about, like, oh, there's some like real shit going on while these kids are just having fun in a tournament and just trying to, you know, be the best. And there were stakes, but there's no real life or death stakes in the tournament. So to cut to some things that like might actually imply life or death stakes, it was interesting and cool. So Shinzo, I actually made a note of Shinzo specifically. He's a cool character, and I actually like him, and I want to see more of him. I hope that he comes back in. I hope he wasn't just a one-time character, because he's actually really cool. Once they elaborated on the fact that he wants to be a hero, he's not an asshole, he's not a villain, even though he might have appeared to be at first, I thought he could be a pretty interesting character that I want to see more of. And yeah, I guess that's really it. The tournament ended with, spoilers, Bakugo winning. And I'm really interested to keep going with the show. Like I said, I've already watched more episodes since writing this list, but it'll take me a little bit to finish, and then I'll make another video for the second half and just sort of wrapping up the season. And the third season is on... The third season is currently getting ready to air its 12th episode, which means it's probably also about halfway over. And so if I'm able to catch up as quickly as I can, and I really am trying, I'll do the second half of the second season, and then immediately I'll try to get the first half of the third season, and then I'll actually be able to catch up with everybody else and, you know, keep up and be part of the discussion, because I was seeing so many things, and I didn't want to be spoiled. I didn't want to be the only person that didn't know what was going on, because I was really interested in the show. I just was taking so long to get to it. So I finally am, and I'm glad about that. So hopefully I can just catch up to the third season as quickly as possible, get that first half review out of the way. Not even really a review, just thoughts, what I think about it. And then we'll be able to see what we got going on for the second half of the third season. Because right now, there are some things that are building up that I feel like are going to continue on into the third season that I'm going to really, really enjoy and want to see happen. So, yeah, first half of the second season, fucking solid. Amazing, incredible. Second season on my my anime list is currently at a 9 out of 10, because I just have enjoy the hell out of this season. The whole thing has been enjoyable. There's not been a single boring episode for me yet. So I guess that's it. If you enjoyed, like or something. It was just me sitting here rambling about what I think, but I just wanted to document it. I want to start, and they will get more complex, these sort of videos, because right now I'm obviously just standing here with my phone in front of my face and with a bulleted list, because it's a series that I really want to just catch up to as fast as I can. But in the future, when it comes to new series, I actually want to sit down and make some edited, cool videos that are in the same vein, just detailing my thoughts about things, because I think that they could be pretty fun. So yeah, hopefully you look forward to that. But that's about it for now. If you haven't watched the second season, if you haven't watched the first season, if you have not given Boku no Hero Academia a try yet, I don't know anybody that hasn't that likes anime, but if you haven't, go watch it. It is worth it. It is a really well put together show in all ways. The animation, the characters, the story, everything is just really it's done precisely and decisively, I guess. It knows what it wants to do, and it does it really well. So go check it out, and I'll see you in the next video, which hopefully won't be too long from now. Goodbye.